Prosperes protection system for large gatherings of people in religious sites. This video introduces the search procedure. Pre-ceremony search is one of the most important processes for securing a religious large gatherings and should be approached with due diligence. Facility search activities should be coordinated and properly planned. An effective search will also ensure a safe evacuation in the event of an emergency during the ceremony and gatherings of people. Start the search procedure with a briefing to coordinate activities. Introduce all personnel to the situation of why and for what the search is being performed. According to the search plan, divide the facility into zones, assign functional persons to them, establish communication channels. Remind them of search methods and security conditions. In order to carry out and assign persons to specific zones well and effectively, it is useful to have a proper plan of the facility and adjacent area with designated zones to be searched. It is also useful to have keys necessary to check rooms and restricted spaces, technical boxes, lockers, storerooms, wells, safe room, etc. Those conducting the search should be properly trained and prepared for this, and should be well acquainted with the assigned zones in order to effectively identify suspicious items. Start the search from public areas where the probability of planting a dangerous object is highest. Personnel must be provided with plans and the necessary equipment to carry out the search. Plans with objects and zones plotted, flashlights, keys, inspection mirrors, means of communication, etc. Zones that need to be searched are entry points and emergency exits, public rooms and spaces, including towers, balconies, choirs, etc., and places with limited access, pedestrian routes, paths. Divide the room into 4 zones: 1. From the floor to the hips, 2. From hips to head, 3. From head to ceiling, 4. Technical space above the ceiling if this is the structure of the object. Check each zone separately, which will help you systemize the search process. Slowly, carefully, and systematically check each zone. Pay special attention to the in-between areas, benches, spaces under benches for sticky hidden objects, and areas open to the public. If you are conducting a search with 2 people, keep a safe distance and be mindful to divide the zone of responsibility so as to check it thoroughly. After searching the room, mark it on the search plan and inform the coordinator. Pedestrian routes, paths, entry points, and emergency exits. Check carefully. Bottlenecks, corridors, passageways or entrances, exits, trash garbage cans, flower pots, other objects along their routes, pathways and emergency exits. These places channel, slow down and concentrate pedestrian traffic in the event of an evacuation and are potential locations for secondary threats. After searching this area, mark it on the search plan and inform the coordinator. The outdoor public area provides an excellent place to hide a dangerous device, making this zone particularly vulnerable to potential terrorist attacks. Natural hiding places such as bushes, trees, sewer manholes, garbage cans, flower pots, benches, parked vehicles, escape routes, emergency assemble points, air intakes, banners, adjacent buildings, fences, querying the neighborhood. Start by determining the starting point of the search. Plan your search route so that you don't miss any elements of the space. If you have enough time and people, renew the search by changing the direction of the search. After searching a zone, mark it on the search plan and inform the coordinator. What should you do if you find an unidentified object? Try to determine whether the found object poses a danger. This can be done using the HOT procedure. Hidden. Whether the item is intentionally hidden. Obviously suspicious. Whether the item has external characteristics indicating that it is a dangerous item. These include agents of military origin, explosives, fragmenting elements, electronic or mechanical components, protruding wires, protruding antenna, strange odor, sounds coming out, leaking fluids, smoke coming out. Typical. Whether the found item is typical for this location. If any of the characteristics of the item meet the features of the HOT procedure, consider the item as suspicious, inform the search controller immediately, and follow the established procedures. Discussion after search. Each participant in the search discusses his observations from the controlled areas. The leader coordinator prepares a note of the activities conducted with the observations made. A well-prepared and planned process will help to efficiently and effectively conduct searches of the facility and reduce or prevent potential risks. For a daily check of the facility, you can use the checklist prepared by Prosperous. This list will take you step by step through the key points for ensuring the safety of employees and worshippers, and suggest the recommended frequency with which checks should be made.